Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be taking a look at a secret mission that no one has been able to play. This is actually something that was completely cut from Grand Theft Auto 5, and we're going to be discussing what this mission was about today. So I'll leave a link to Vadim Im in the description. He's actually the one that actually dug up all this information, which is pretty crazy, and his video breaks it down pretty nicely too. So this info was found in the missions.xml files of Grand Theft Auto Online. It's basically like the developer's diary of information for each mission. It gives certain details on what's going to happen. It tells you, what things you need to do in order to get a certain completion of the mission done itself. So it's pretty accurate, and it tells us what was going to be happening in this mission. So what was this mission, you say? The mission was called Social Networking, and it's actually really cool. It involves Devin Weston, which we know is the antagonist of the game, who provides us with a bunch of pretty crazy, exotic car stealing, criminal activity missions. And basically, the objective of Social Networking was to steal a red Stinger. So it can be assumed that Devin Weston wanted this car so that he could eventually sell it to other high-ranking officials and make a little bit more money off of it. And in the final mission featuring these Devin Weston cars, Pac-Man, we can actually see the red Stinger placed on the truck. And what's interesting is, even though this is a cut mission and we never technically stole this car, it's still on the truck. So what does that mean? And if we examine it a little bit closer, we can see that the tag on there says Alpha Dog. Whose Stinger is this? Whose does it belong to? And how did it get on the truck for Devin Weston to ultimately sell? That's what we're going to find out in this video today. So the start of this mission begins with Franklin and Trevor, and it's their hunt to find this luxury car, the red Stinger. Now, according to the XML files, Franklin's job is to, I kid you not, get a photo of a hot girl. So I'd imagine he would have to go down to like the beach or take a photo of some girl in a bikini or something like that, and then set up a Facebook account for that girl. Now, Rockstar actually used the words Facebook in the missions.xml files, but I would imagine this would be Life Invader. So this would actually be us having to set up a Life Invader account for this girl. Now, what's interesting is if we had used and been able to do this mission, this would have been the first time in the entire game that we have used the Life Invader services, other than going inside of the building when we planted the phone bomb inside of that like Life Invader CEO's beta phone or whatever the case is. So that would have been really cool, because the Life Invader feature is actually kind of awesome, but it's really just kind of stagnant and something the character can use if they want a little bit more background information, and thus never really used in a mission. But anyways, getting back to the hot girl that Franklin takes a photo of, basically he has to set up a Life Invader account, and then he has to chat up Brucey and make an arrangement so they can meet and ultimately steal his car, which is the Stinger. So this red Stinger belongs to Brucey Kibbutz. That's right, the same Brucey from GTA 4, the guy who's friends with Roman Bellic, the guy who's like a crazy alpha dog. He takes all the bull shark testosterone and everything like that. Now, if you want to see what Brucey looks like today, because the only way to get in contact with him is two ways, whether you call him in the phone in Grand Theft Auto Online for bull shark testosterone, or if you go on the bull shark testosterone website, you'll see what he looks like, which is a little bit different. That might have something to do with the fact that he's been injecting himself with steroids probably for like the last 6 years. But regardless, that is Brucey. He's one of my favorite characters in GTA 4, and he doesn't make any physical appearances in GTA 5. But there might have been a reason for that, as we know with this cut mission. So getting back to the catfishing, which is what essentially Franklin and Trevor were doing to Brucey. They set up this meeting with this girl that they took a photo of, but they've got to get a girl. And in order to do that, they have to pay a call girl in order to go out with Brucey and drop them off at the meeting point. So that's exactly what they do. They essentially get a lady of the night. They say, hey, want to make some extra money, go on a date with a weirdo, and that weirdo is Brucey. They do that. So they get Brucey and this girl to basically meet, and you can pretty much figure out from there what they're going to do. Now, while this is happening, Trevor is actually taking photos of Brucey and this girl. He takes some pretty incriminating photos. He puts them up on Life Invader's website, so basically very embarrassing for Brucey. And while this is happening, while he's in the middle of this scenario, Franklin jumps in Brucey's car, which is the red Stinger, steals it, and then essentially would probably deliver it to the garage where you were bringing all the other cars for Devin Weston. Now, there is a lot of missing details with this mission, so I would imagine that that isn't all of it. Since this was cut, it's assumed that they just didn't complete it and that it eventually was scrapped, but I still think this actually sounds like a rather cool mission for us to get done. But this is still strange because in the mission Blitz play, when you're talking to Devin Weston, he actually specifically mentions the word 5 rides that need to be boosted. I'll let you guys take a listen to that right now.
Invest wisely.
Hey, hold on. We're not done here yet. I got a job for you, bro. 5 top quality scores, big ticket cars, major payday, bro.
So he clearly mentions 5 rides, but if we go back to the mission Pac-Man, you can clearly see 6 cars. You have the Z-Type in the top that was acquired in the mission Eye in the Sky. You have the 2 vehicles in the center, the Entity and the Cheetah, acquired in the mission I Fought the Law. You've got the JB700, which was acquired in the mission Deep Inside, and then the Monroe, which was kind of mysteriously acquired by Lamar in the mission Pac-Man as well. You basically just arrive and Lamar's got this car. But that still brings up the mystery of where this red Stinger came from if we never stole it. Well, how did it ultimately get on the truck? And it's even more of a mystery inside the shop itself, as you guys can see the like crazy writing that glows in the dark. So you can see all the cars there that we've acquired: Entity, Cheetah, Z-Type, JB700, Monroe. But then there's some weird references here to the fact that this mission may have been actually cut at the very last minute. So you can see there's 5 cars there. They even say they need space for at least 5 cars. But look at the text underneath the list. It says Life Invader ? That seems like a direct reference to the mission that we were about to do, using Life Invader to trick Brucey in order to acquire this car. Now, also sort of a fun fact is the way that we actually tricked Brucey into getting this car is very similar to a mission in Grand Theft Auto 4 where Brucey actually tells Nico to go do the same thing. He tricks this guy named Tom and he gets him to go on a date with Nico, only eventually to get him killed. It's basically the exact same way they catfished Brucey, which I think is actually pretty funny. So that's pretty much the mission right there. I know there's a lot of left out details, but like I said, Rockstar basically cut this mission at some point in development, and because of that, they might have left out some things. But why is it that Rockstar seemed to cut out the most fun missions? I mean, catfishing Brucey, a character from GTA 4, boosting a car, taking photos of him in the act with a lady of the night. I mean, this all sounds incredibly fun, and it kind of makes me wonder why some of the other missions in the game were there, but then this one wasn't. This one sounds really exciting, and it fit into the storyline as the red Stinger was still on the truck that you had to boost for Devin Weston. So that is a huge mystery right there, but really that is pretty much everything. That is the cut mission social networking featuring Franklin, Trevor, Brucey, and Devin Weston. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. I'm pretty interested to hear from you guys down there. Would you like to see a mission like this added into Grand Theft Auto Online? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.